Hello everybody, how are you guys? Nice to meet you. My name is Orlando and welcome to BioMonki. So before you start, if you have been following the latest video about biohacking and human performance, please check out our Instagram. It's BioMonki and our website as well. It's right here on the video. So it's www.orlandotardelli.com. And on the video of today, we're going to be talking about one of our goals with the BioMonki. So we increase our health to achieve performance, but what we want to reach, motor longevity. Our goal is to increase lifespan with a biological and functional age in good conditions and being able to perform daily labor tasks, physical exercise, and sports until old age. So what's our goal? Our goal is to have a strong, smart, and healthy body so we can continue playing our sports and our exercise until the last day here on this beautiful planet, that's planet Earth. But we have to figure out a couple of things like, okay, how we end up our lives. I mean, like, how do we die and why do we do that? And can we reverse that? And what kind of hacks in our 4 pillars, exercise, mindset, nutrition, and recovery, we can do to increase our lifespan? So let's check it out. So first of all, it's well known that life expectancy, it's been growing. I think this is, as you can see here is in a graphic, it's between the First World War and the Second World War, our life expectancy increase. And this is due to sanitation. Yes, you drink clean water and your poop goes to a certain place and be recycled and treated. This increase our lifespan because we don't have disease generated for hygienists. Medicine, the improvement of technology and the discovery of antibiotics and ways to treat and to prevent, it's elongate our lifespan. And vaccination as well. I know that's a huge topic about vaccination, but yes, vaccination has its point. Okay, so how are we dying today? What are we dying today? I'm recording this video right here on the 30th of July. We're in the middle of pandemic, right? The COVID virus. But no, we're not dying for this virus, that one of the 1,000 viruses that human race have been in contact. No, we're dying for what? For non-communicable disease. What this means? The disease, they're not transmitted like virus. This disease starts with 2 factors, genetic and environment. But I see a lot of studies and professors saying that the lifestyle and the environment plays an important role. In later videos, we're going to be talking about how the environment can change your genetics. This is called epigenetics, but further videos. So as you can see, the 2 first of one, the ischemic heart disease and stroke, they have a similarity between those that are ischemic. What is ischemic? Ischemic is the restriction of blood supply to the tissue, causing a shortage of oxygen to the cell metabolism. Okay, if you don't bring oxygen to the cell cannot make cell respiration. It cannot produce energy. And at the same time, the cell cannot give it back or take the waste product, can be metabolics or carbon dioxide. And this take the homeostasis of the inside of the cell and can cause what? Death of the cell. All right, but where this ischemic works in a very thin organ that, I mean, how amazing is that? It's an organ that covers all our veins, arteries, and lymphatic system, and it's made of only one cell, call it endothelium. When you damage the endothelium, that's what happened. You have the buildup of the plaque, of this stiffness of the artery. Then goes to arteriosclerosis, to atherosclerosis. It's when the build up of the plaque and stops the oxygen and the blood to go into the tissue after the plaque. I did write a blog about this. Check it out on the website. Goes more into detail about endothelial dysfunction and how this occur. So look how it is. A single layer of cell can be directly of the most deaths of human species. But how this occurs? This occurs related to lifestyle choices, smoking, poor diet, inactivity of physical exercise, inflammation. I mean, don't get me wrong, inflammation is necessary for us. If there is no inflammation, our immune system cannot work, but there is a balance. If this is out of the balance, this is wrong. And chronic inflammation in a longer period of time can damage tissues and the organization of cell function. That we call this inflammaging. That inflammation is one of the causes of aging as well. And as we can see here, is related to a lot of aspects like poor sleep, stress, diet, dysbiosis of our microbiome. Remember, we have almost a kilo of microorganisms inside of us, and they work in synergism with our body. They produce some nutrients and some substance that we human bodies cannot produce, like fat molecules and even neurotransmitters, serotonin. And then it goes obesity, physical inactivity, chronic infection. So yes, inflammation, it's a big part of our aging and disease related to ages as well as chronic disease, non-communicable disease. Another thing, mitochondria. Mitochondria is an organelle that lives inside of our cell. It's a cell inside of the cell that produce energy for us. The mitochondria does energy through the aerobic pathway. So he uses oxygen, other macronutrients as carbohydrates, protein, and fats to produce ATP, energy. And it's related to the dysfunction of mitochondria with some causes of aging. And another thing as well, as you can see here in this photo on the right, it's a matrix of mitochondria. It's a mass of mitochondria. And this dysfunction can do what? Can decrease the availability of energy to the cell. Inflammation, autophagy of the cell, cellular senescence, and so on. Now, is it genetics or epigenetics that we're going to be living longer or we're going to have some disease in the future? So this is a quote from a study. Studies demonstrate that about 25% of the variation in human longevity is due to the genetic factors. So another one, if you say, oh, that guy or that woman there live longer because he has the genetics to do so, I mean, 25%, yes, and 75%, it's the choices that the person does on the day by day, it's the lifestyle, it's the environment around you. Here I give an example of the gene APOE19. There is 3 types of genes, if I'm not wrong, and this gene is related to the carrying fat molecules to the brain, to the neuron. And if you have some of these genes, and I'm not sure right now, that you can relate this gene, the dysfunction of this gene, with Alzheimer's, with mental disease. So yes, see, genetic has a part on that, as you can see. Now, I bring the attention to you. I suggest you as well to check it out. Is this company? It's Human Longevity Inc. And what do they believe? They believe in the prevention. So when you go there, they make a bunch of assessments. They say in the website like 1 terabyte of data from genetic tests, blood tests, different type of assessments. And what they can do, they can see before the disease or the illness. So they work in what? They work in the prevention. as well. I believe that is the right way, the prevention. You don't wait until the disease is there and you'll be suffering for that. You see before. That's why in BioMonki, when we start our programs with athletes, sports enthusiasts, anyone that wants to increase their health and achieve performance, we start with a full assessment from body composition, physical assessment, blood assessment, genetic tests. We work together with nutritionists and the own doctors of our patients and clients, that we believe in what? Prevention. Prevention is the key to reach our optimum health and then reach and go for performance. A quote from Aubrey de Grey, and I think that's awesome. Longevity is a side effect, a consequence of keeping people healthy. People will live longer only if we succeed in keeping them healthier longer. Now, in the 4 pillars of BioMonki: exercise, nutrition, mindset, what we can do now. Remember, 75% it's our environment, it's our lifestyle that can help us live longer, but not live longer, but be able to practice exercise and our sport until the last day on planet Earth. So first one on an exercise, yoga. Yoga has been here on the planet Earth for millions of years, and it does has an important part on your, I'm going to make a quote from a friend back in Brazil, from the material world and the invisible world, the energy around you. I mean, it's like Patambi Joyce used to say, it's 99% practice, 1% theory. So you have to practice to feel. But science already see that has a big change on your neuroendocrine system. It does have adaptive change on your tissue, as muscle, ligaments, and on your nervous system as well. So here we have article and show that improved body awareness, increased motor performance, cognitive function, and increased pain tolerance. So another suggestion, like I always use the fighters because it's my background and it's most of the people at work. I mean, the most you can support the tough of the fight and the tough of the training, the further you can go. And how simple is that? You're doing 5 sun salutations a day, you can reach that. So yoga. And I will make other videos in the future about the increase of range of motion. Remember, it's not about intensity. It's not about like 3 times a week, 1 hour and a half. It's every day a little bit. Same thing with meditation. It's about the frequency and consistency. Fasting. This is a long topic. Yes. Is it for everyone? No, it's not for everyone. Do you have some procedures and protocol to follow? Yes, but we cannot. But there is a lot of benefits on fasting. One, it's autophagy, the recycle of the old cells and old part cells. Second one, it's mitochondria. It's mitochondrial biogenesis. Remember that I talked about mitochondria before, the dysfunction of mitochondria. So when you fast, you improve the function of your mitochondria, improve stress resistance, and stimulate protein on our brain, the brain derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. That's a protein that what does? It works in connect better the synapse of your neuron. So there's a neuron, there's another neuron. It makes sure that the synapse are connect better. So as you can see, fasting has a huge impact in different organs and in the endothelium as well. Here, and also after nearly a century of research on calorie restriction in animals, the overall conclusion was that reduced food intake robustly increase the lifespan. So the less you eat, the longer you live. So think about that. Meditation. Meditation, I'm sorry, but meditation is, guys, and human beings that are watching me or creatures in the galaxy beyond, meditation is next level. As I say, it's the training of the material world, but as well the invisible world. And as we can see here, meditation has produce change on a genetic level and to the cellular level and the biochemical level. So it's produce neuroendocrine adaptation, genetic change, and as I say, it's a life-changing method and exercise to the brain that you have to do consistent as well. Same thing with the yoga. The recovery, connect with nature. Basic and simple. All right, so this one may sound a little bit, come on, Orlando, what is this? Okay, I want to share an experience I had in Brazil a couple years ago. So one of my mentors in Brazil brought me to this big event about hormonal modulation. Supposed to be only for doctors, but you know, I did some Brazilian style. I could get in, and that was amazing experience. And on the last speech, so the most famous doctor came there. He was talking about thyroid hormones and how the procedure to modulate the optimum levels of hormones and everything. And I remember, like, honestly, this was life-changing. And then he say on the end, if the human connect to the nature, sleep the time to have to sleep, wake up the time to have to wake up, eat when the time's to eat, practice physical exercise, connect with nature, we would not be needing anything of that. And I was like, how simple is that? How simple is to have sunlight exposure, vitamin D? How simple is to sleep when the suns go down, your circadian rhythm? How simple is to eat raw food, like very good quality of food? I mean, I know there's some places it's not possible, but I mean, if you can make commitment to do other things, you can do commitment for your own health. And how simple is that? Connect with nature. So, I mean, I always advise you guys, take a time a day or a time a week and walk barefoot on the grass, touch the trees, go out of the nature. This is beyond, I think this is beyond what science can explain, you know. It's humans, lights of beings, and I think that's, as the own doctor says, we will not be needing any of those hormonal modulation, nothing that. So connect with nature. And taking the control of your own health starts now. As I say before, 25% of aging and disease is due to genetics. 75%, it's the lifestyle and the environment choices around you. So yes, take control of your own health. That's our mindset in BioMonki. First, we optimize our health. Then after, we start biohacking the 4 pillars to achieve performance. And with performance, we will reach motor longevity. We will be those people that will be practicing exercise, sports, competing, and doing what we love, physical exercise, until the last day on planet Earth. So for all you guys, if you stand to the end of the video, please give me the feedback, like, share, leave a comment. And for all people on planet Earth and the galaxy beyond, I wish a great day and see you on the next video. Thank you.